Hi. This story, I decided to start making stories about stories is not going to be in books. Now, this story happened in the early 2000s. You know, it's two brothers, one named Eddie and one named Tommy, which we call Tommy TG, and we call Eddie Facer. But I was Eddie's best friend, and Tommy was my brother Cedric's best friend. And I met Tommy when he was coming out of prison. Somehow, Cedric saw Tommy on the way from work, and Cedric picked Tommy up because when Cedric picked Tommy up, I guess my friend Gary say Cedric was scared of Tommy, so he picked Gary up, which is me and Cedric best friend, childhood friend, right? So they end up to my house. Tommy wanted to go to my house because he told Cedric, my brother and him always together, right? So Cedric, Gary come over here. So we celebrating, Tommy coming out of prison, and basically we're happy. His brother been gone a few years, you know what I mean? But in reality, when Tommy and Bass are together all the time, they want to kill each other. But basically is a hillbilly hippie, and Tommy is more like a hillbilly skinhead. You know what I mean? But Tommy is the dangerous one. Well, they both dangerous because they in and out of prison, but Tommy is more physical. You get what I'm saying? So we drinking and enjoying ourselves, and Gary keep trying to tell me something. I don't know what the hell Gary talking about. But he kept saying Cedric scared of Tommy. Cedric scared of Tommy. That's why Cedric brought Tommy over here. So after a while, we drinking and drinking, calm, talking about the old time. And then Tommy grabbed the head and said, I feel evil in the air. I gotta hurt somebody. And he fake at Cedric. And Cedric had a chef uniform on. And I'm like, Cedric, what you scared of that boy for, that little boy for? He said, man, Tommy crazy, man. Tommy be in jail. He be fighting all them big niggas, man, and beating them, knocking them out. I said, yeah, but I done seen you knock niggas out. Right? So then Tommy said again, I feel evil in the air, and I'm going to hurt somebody. And he fake at Gary. Then he fake at Basil. And I said, man, why y'all scared of that man? Then Tommy looked at me and said, let me tell you something, boy. I done knocked plenty of niggas out on death row. I live in prison. All them niggas respect me and bow down to TG. And I say, TG, but let me tell you something, baby. I don't play them games, cool. You know what I mean? You play with them, don't you play with me. So TG say, boy, let me tell you something. When I fight you, you gonna know you been in a fight. Cause I beat niggas on death row. And I'm like, well, dog, let me tell you about my analyzation of people who go in and out of prison. You say, what's that? That we bad? I say, no. Only faggots go in and out of prison. And next thing I know, GG ran towards me, and soon as he got close, I pow! Hit him, knocked him on the ground. He on the living room floor. He get up, he run into me again, now we fighting like cats and dogs. right? I'm on top of him. They pull me off of him. He go outside. Come on. He waiting for me. Come on. Come on. We go outside. It's dark now. I shot my gun, put it back in my pocket, but when I shot that gun, everybody froze, including TG. And when he froze, I scooped him up, slammed him down, and I put my gun to her head. I said, boy, look at him. The most dangerous man in the world is a working man and a family man. I say, now, if you can't act like people, you better get the hell out of him before I kill you, boy. Because you don't know who you fucking with, right? You know, they pulled me off of TG. And, you know, Cedric, Gary, and Basil come back in. GG, he stayed outside. He ain't come in. Basil say, D, that's my brother. And I ain't never seen nobody whoop that cracker ass, D. You the first one. He fight gangs. He fight 9 and 10 people at a time, D, you win. I'm talking about black gangs, D, and Mexican gangs. I never saw that before. I got to tell my parents, right? So I said, well, basically, it's a time for everything, bro. I say, just because I beat that man today don't mean I can beat that man tomorrow. I say, because that man slinging with haymaker. If that man would have caught me one time, he could have easily beat me, man. I say, but my haymaker just landed before his haymaker. You know, I say, that's men. That's how men fight. At any given time, anyone can win. Who throw the first land, right? They say, but I just don't believe what I saw. You done beat Tommy 3 or 4 times in 10 minutes, G. It's real, D. You can beat Tommy. I say, whoever had doubts that I come beat Tommy, man. But you quiet, D, and humble, and it just don't look like you can fight. I said, well, I can fight, basically. If God gave me one ability, that's how to fight and how to have sex. Other than that, I ain't shit, right? So after a while, we heard a knock on the door. And Gary started telling Cedric, I told you Tommy can't beat David. I told you Tommy can't beat David. That's my dog. That's my dog, right? So Tommy come in and he looked like he were in a daze. And they say, Tommy, you okay? You okay? Tommy say, let me tell all you boys something. Don't y'all argue with that guy or fight that guy. They say, why, Tommy? Tommy said, when I'm in prison, I look in the eyes of thousands and thousands of killers. And let me tell you boys something. That's the eyes of the killer. He said, now it makes sense why he never around people and he always alone. He said, because killers don't hang in crowds. He said, now it makes sense. He said, but I didn't know that guy had that in him. You know, I thought him and my brother were gay. But now I see different. And Tommy shook my hand. He said, look here, man. Ain't no beef. You whooped my ass 3 times, fair and square. Fair and square. I said, oh, I ain't never had no beef, dog. I just don't scare easy, bro. You know, all that prison shit and play shit and faking moves and all that. Real niggas don't do that, bro. Long as you straight with me, I'm straight with you, cuz. You know? And ever since then, me and TG and Basil been like brothers. And that is the story of evil in the air. Thank you. God bless.